Who is the best driver right now without a World of Outlaws win? We'll talk about him today, plus an update on Mark Dobmeier, another USAC midget full-timer, and more. Let's go. It's Wednesday, March 22nd. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is Dirt Tracker Daily. Justin Peck's name has come up on this show a bunch, especially lately, and I wanted to talk about him today. He keeps coming up because he's good, that's number one, and also because we haven't been sure what his plans are for 2023. Initially, it looked like a full-time return to the All-Stars was on the table, but the high limit schedule, supposedly some sponsor stuff, and a car owner who wants to run a whole lot of races is pointing more towards this team doing a pick and choose schedule. I haven't seen it confirmed publicly anywhere that this is the case, but the industry certainly believes it, and there are plenty of signs for Peck and Boot Motorsports here. A season ago, even with the full All-Star run, Peck ran a total of 99 races, and the story was similar in 2021 with 92. And the seat time has really paid off for him. 7 wins in 2021, 9 wins in 2022, and already a victory this season. He did that at Lincoln a few weeks ago in their icebreaker. When you look around the country at the list of current sprint car drivers who are missing a World of Outlaws victory on their resume, Justin Peck is at the top of that list. With all he's done the last few years, it's almost surprising that he doesn't have one already. But clearly he's the best driver in the sport right now without one, and it's really only a matter of time until he strikes. Looking over his Outlaw career, he's attempted 73 shows with 6 top 5s and 21 top 10s. He's led laps on just 2 occasions, though, in 2018 at Hobstadt and 2022 at Lincoln. That day at Lincoln, he was actually topped by Jacob Allen. But the signs of improvement are all over his results. Improving time trial averages, a feature average finish that continues to get better. A very solid start here to 2023. Just this past weekend at Lincoln, he was one of just a few drivers who were able to overcome a tough draw in qualifying to bring home a solid result. 7th to 3rd in his heat put him in the featured transfer after only qualifying, I believe, 14th in his group, and then he had a 12th to 5th run in the main event. Clearly, Lincoln is a place he likes, and I think he'll continue to have plenty of success there. But what's even more impressive is the strong runs he's had elsewhere. Top 5s and top 10s at Volusia, a 4th at Eldora during the King Royal weekend, multiple Knoxville Nationals main event starts, plus good runs at places like Williams Grove and Peakley. His good performances aren't just limited to one track type or just one part of the country. I think with a pick and choose schedule incoming and more cash available around the sport, I would not be surprised to see Peck in the same conversation this year as those guys like Anthony Macri and Brent Marks. Marks and Macri got a ton of attention last season for winning a ton of money. We've seen Peck get streaky with the All-Stars, and I could see this team winning their first Outlaw show and then quickly racking up more after that. It kind of feels like one of those situations. It's like once they figure out how to get over that hump, then from there it'll be much easier for these guys to win races. I am bummed that we won't get the Sunshine Peck battle for the All-Star title because if we saw it at East Bay, that would end up being epic, I think. But that 13 team should be on your radar this year and one not to take lightly when they roll into pit area. All right, moving on to some news items. Sprint car driver Mark Dobmeier continues to heal from burns suffered back on March 10th in an incident at the Central Arizona Speedway. He was there running an ASCS regional show and suffered 2nd and 3rd degree burns on his legs. He did end up needing skin grafts. Just yesterday, Dobmeier posted to social media that he is home now and continuing the healing process. Good to see him doing better, and hopefully he'll be up and around soon. Been a tough couple of years for Dobmeier with these injuries and these crashes. It wasn't all that long ago that he was coming back from that back injury. So hopefully we'll get to see Mark back in a sprint car soon. Yesterday on the show, we were talking about Jacob Denny joining Malloy for a full USAC midget run this year. And now we know that Denny will have a Malloy teammate with the announcement that California driver Jake Andreotti will join him out on the road. Andreotti has a couple of USAC Western States midget wins and was fast late in 2022 at Turkey Night. He finished 4th in that one. His only USAC National Midget appearances have come at California racetracks, where he really seemed to find his footing last year. He made all 7 features he attempted. He led laps at Merced and then had that top 5 at Ventura. He's also made 2 Chili Bowl appearances. He finished 18th in a Saturday D-Main back in January. It'll definitely be a tall task for him to go run a bunch of places he's never seen before, but I think having crew chief Jerome Rodella and a teammate like Denny who has seen a lot of these places should aid in his development this year. Besides midget racing, Andreotti is a guy we've seen make regular sprint car starts at Ocean Speedway. We've seen him with the Kings of Thunder, the Sprint Car Challenge Tour, and even at Trophy Cup. And in between midget starts this year, he will still roll the sprint car out periodically. Andreotti is now driver number 8 to declare publicly with USAC. He joins Denny, Logan Seavey, Chance Crum, Dazen Persley, Ryan Timms, Taylor Reimer, and Bryant Wiedemann. Like I said yesterday, the midget season kicks off on April 21st at Kokomo. Out in California, speaking of California, the already shifted schedule for this weekend for the USAC CRA non-wing cars is now off. Saturday at Hanford is rained out. They were trying to run that race in place of what was supposed to be Tulare, but now the whole thing is off. Track and series officials are looking at possible rescheduled dates. The weather out there continues to be crazy. A ton of rain, a ton of flooding. The High Limit Twitter account posted a flooding photo yesterday as well on what was supposed to be the day of their season opener. You guys that watch this show from California, please be safe out there. In Dirt Racing Podcast land this week, Winged Nation has Cole Macedo, Devin Borden, and Colton Gauss. Loud Pedal has Chase McDermott. Open Red has Kyle Jones. Passing Points has Jock Goodyear, JJ Hickle, and Jake Helsel. Forward Bite has Benji Hicks. Dirt Tracks and Rib Racks has JJ Hughes. I was actually on Hoagie's Garage, as was Chase Randall. Doing Which on Dirt has Andrew Smith, and there are also new episodes of The Dirt Reporters, The Dirt Nerds, Quick Time, All Gas No Brakes, and Dirt Track Confessions. If you want to see all of these shows, all of these episodes, head over to dirttracker.com/watch tonight. Good place to go if you want to check out new shows. I try to keep it updated as good as I can with what new shows are coming out. So go check those shows out, subscribe, and enjoy all of the great dirt racing content that continues to come out. And a couple of other content notes for you. If you're curious about the new sprint car tires, what they are, the differences between the old and the new tires, and how the first kind of races on them went this week, I've got a trio of pieces you should check out. First, go find Brady Bacon's Twitter account. He did a video last week talking about the new rubber, a lot of good information in there from him, and some non-wing kind of talk in there as well. Also available across the World of Outlaws social channels is a piece with Jason Johnson Racing's tire guy, Nate Repitz. I tweeted today that I'm all in on a Let's Learn Something series with Nate. And over at Flow Racing, Kyle McFadden has a written piece with quotes from a lot of the players, tire guys, Neil Kalman from Hoosier, and all of the happenings with the tire from this past weekend at Lincoln. All three are fantastic if you're curious about some of that inside info, some of the nuts and bolts type stuff. Another quiet day on the streaming services, just Flow Racing 24/7 and Dirt Vision now happening. If you want to see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit dirttracker.com/watch tonight. That schedule should start to ramp back up here as we get closer to the weekend. Hope you guys have a good Wednesday out there. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.